Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We are a very funny wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I am Andrew. That is Dusty.
Hey, everybody.
Dusty, do you know what this is?
You know what? I do know, but I don't want to take it away from you. What is it, Andrew?
This is the 50th damn episode of this podcast, Dusty. That's crazy.
That's all the people when they download this.
That's me pulling the confetti. Here we go. Hold on.
Did you know that crocodiles can grow up to 15 feet? But most only have 4.
There he is.
Oh, God. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on the YouTube. Hit the bell. Leave us a comment. We really like the comments. You guys have been awesome. Follow us on your favorite podcast app. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Blue Sky. I'm going to get back on the TikTok, okay? Been doing a lot of stuff lately. I'm busy. I'm trying.
Very, very busy.
Oh, boy. But today, for our 50th anniversary, I'm calling it an anniversary because I accidentally just called it an anniversary.
Yep.
Dusty picked something weird, and it's very funny. Like, we had... Because weren't we going to do Starrcade 97 for the 50th?
We were going to do Starrcade 97. Then I thought of this because I thought we were on episode 49.
Yeah.
Which shows the amount of attention that I pay because I'm in it for the love of the game. The amount of episodes is secondary to me just getting to chat about wrestling with my buddy.
It's like a lot of the biggest, if you ask an athlete, like, do you ever think about your legacy? Well, that's something that I think about when I'm done. I don't think about that right now. Right now, I just try to be the best damn hockey player I can be. You know what I mean? So I get it, man. I just happen to number the episodes when I save them, so I know what episode we're on, and it happens to be 50 this time. We'll get to Starrcade 97. We got a lot of takes on Starrcade 97, most of which you've heard on the other million podcasts about Starrcade 97. So this one, I think this is a good idea because it's our brand. This is a who knows about this, Dusty? Is this like a big thing?
I think this kind of takes place in a dead period. No pun intended for the Undertaker.
Hell yeah, dude.
This could be in sort of the dark ages of mid 90s pro wrestling. Like I'm sure there's a ton of people who do know about it, but it's not for obvious reasons ever brought up as like a canonical or like a, hey, we have to take a look at this in a positive light.
It's so early 90s. It's so early Undertaker. It is like, it's almost WCW-esque in its execution, especially for one particular reason.
It's got twists and turns that I don't think you can predict are coming based upon like the clips that I sent you. I'm like, I think Andrew's going to think this is about one thing, and then it's going to be about a different thing, and then a third totally unrelated thing's going to happen that I think is going to throw him for a loop. So I'm going to check in with you periodically to see where we're at.
Yeah.
In regards to what you could expect versus what actually happened.
Yeah, man. There is a twist in this. It's not even really a twist. It's more of a feature, like an interlude, like it's
not a bug. It's a feature of this particular era of pro wrestling.
It's one of those, like, I can give you a million guesses and you can't guess something that they do in this storyline. And I still don't know why. And I assume there was a promotional aspect to it. But who knows? So this is 1993, right, Dusty?
94 to be sure.
Oh, yeah, it is 94. Yeah. Okay, 1994. I am, it depends on what month. It's leading into SummerSlam. SummerSlam is normally August, right?
The end of this takes place after your birthday.
Okay, so I'm 3 going into 4 at this point.
Yeah. How's the stomach?
Not good, man. I'm in real bad shape at this time. I'm no longer dying, which is cool. I can eat by mouth, which is good. I'm no longer fed through a tube in my stomach, but that's a new thing. I was 3 when they changed that. So I've tasted pizza. That was the first thing I ever ate after I was allowed to eat orally. Long story, everybody. And I'm not doing great. And I have a mullet. You probably had a
Hey.
mullet at the same time.
No, I had very short hair
Oh,
at this
goddamn
point.
it.
Yeah.
When was the mullet? Did you get a little older?
Is later. That's middle school,
Oh man,
high school.
That's a little late for a mullet, Dustin. Well, no, it's not.
I was.
What years were the mullet for you?
We're probably talking 99 to 2002.
Little late for mullet. Just a little late for mullet.
I was attempting to be moody like the Crow Sting, who was my hero.
Okay.
At that point, I was trying to grow it out, and it just grew out. I should have known my
You're
family
like Joe
history.
Dirt?
Yeah. I was trying to grow it out, and it just ended up mullifying itself, mullifying itself in defiance of my wishes, but in accordance with God's law.
Oh, that's so funny.
I mulleted myself.
God's like, what's his name? Dusty. It's not Dustin. Yeah. It's just Dusty. All right, yeah.
No.
We're only putting some. It's only growing in the back for sure.
I am 10 years old by the end of this storyline, and I love wrestling as much as I could possibly love wrestling. I watched both of the matches that we look at today that were pay-per-views live.
Were you enthralled by the storyline? Were you like super into the mystery of what happens here?
I don't think so. I think I was confused, and I was a little scared because it's a little demony, and I was still, the
Pentecostal
Lord,
Dusty.
It's Pentecostal Dusty. Yeah, I was. One particular set of events was really triggering to me. Wasn't sure if I cracked it. You leave the door open just enough. That's all the devil needs to get in.
Well, you might have seen a man ascend into heaven. So
that's true.
This story revolves around the Undertaker. Do you have any more like early lore? Do we need to get to the clips? And just so you guys know, if you're listening, in the description of this, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna put a link to Dusty's YouTube playlist, so you can watch all these matches, or all these clips in order if you want to, or you can just go back and reference stuff.
Yeah. A little bit of backstory here is that The Undertaker has vanquished the Giant Gonzalez as of SummerSlam 93.
That's the biggest ginger I've ever seen.
In the Rest in Peace match, the rules of the Rest in Peace match, no idea. Didn't really
say?
Seem, yeah, who among us?
Honestly, that makes sense though. It's a zombie demon. It's a dead man. Like, why would he play by rules?
He has vanquished the Giant Gonzalez and has moved on to his sights are set on Yokozuna, who is the WWF champion. Last time we checked on him, he had lost it to the Hulkster at WrestleMania 9. He wins the title back at the first King of the Ring in June of 1993, defeats the Hulkster.
Okay.
And then spends the summer feuding with Lex Luger. And all of that sort of culminates into the Survivor Series, where the Undertaker takes the place of, I'm sorry to say for you, an injured Rick Steiner in kayfabe.
Oh man, in kayfabe.
In kayfabe, he was injured,
but in real life,
doing fine. He's great. He got a paycheck to stay home for Survivor Series.
They're just trying
93.
to push Mark a little bit. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they're trying. Well, Undertaker didn't have a storyline for the show because, again, I don't know if they plan to have a Giant Gonzalez team, which would only be in my nightmares.
Yeah.
But Rick gets injured, and they bring out the Undertaker. Problem being that the team that Lex Luger is leading is called the All-Americans. And the All-Americans are Lex Luger, the Steiner brothers, and Tatanka, the Native American, which all in storyline makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Tatanka who is kayfabe injured. Rick's doing fine.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're all right. Yeah.
All right, dude. Yeah. I'm okay with you getting rid of Tatanka.
Undertaker takes the place of Tatanka, as history will prove once again the mistreatment of our Native American friends, displaced by the Undertaker.
Tatanka's from where's he from?
I think he's from South Carolina.
I looked it up. Yeah, I think it's one of the Carolinas.
I think he is legit Native American, but he's ousted in favor of the Undertaker. And in one of the funniest images of all time, they announce the Undertaker is taking his place, and the Undertaker opens his robe, and there's a Betsy Ross version of the American flag sewn into his trench coat.
Yeah.
thus proving that the Undertaker is both undead and loves America. In case you were wondering,
He's gonna be a babyface. You better love America. You know what I mean?
In case you were wondering about his allegiances, that's of course because the All Americans were taking on at Survivor Series the Foreign Fanatics, who were Yokozuna, who's kayfabe Japanese, Crush, who's a sympathizer with the Japanese but is actually not Japanese, and the Head Shrinkers, who are both I guess they're from Samoa or somewhere, but they're also American, the Head Shrinkers.
It's very funny that they just straight up called them the Head Shrinkers.
Oh no, I apologize. I think it's the Quebecers. That's right, it's the Quebecers. So they're from Canada.
Okay.
So that's
fine. That counts.
Yeah, and of course one of the Quebecers got kayfabe injured so that they could put Crush in his place. So both teams are playing with an alternate at Survivor Series 94.
And we see Crush in this story.
We do later on.
That's Brian Adams.
That's Brian Adams. And some fun facts will come out during that match. But in that match, Undertaker and Yokozuna fight and double count out, eliminate each other. So that moves us to the Undertaker becoming the primary number one contender to take on Yokozuna at the Royal Rumble. And in the storyline, Jim Cornette had cooked up a contract where the Undertaker, it's hidden in the language, you got to read those user agreements.
Yeah.
That the Undertaker only gets one title shot. But then Paul Bearer, not to be outdone, he puts in the stipulations that it's a casket match. And that, of course, freaks everybody out because Yokozuna, because he is a foreign heel, is obviously afraid of a casket.
Yeah.
So,
of course, I mean, you're going to be afraid of a casket. It's gonna be a casket match. That was my first Paul Bearer in a while. It'll get better as the day goes by.
So that leads us to the first clip that's in my YouTube playlist, which is we enter on a old-timey funeral home. We're being led in by Paul Bearer, who opens the door and billows of smoke come out of this wooden house, which I figured they'd probably want to check into. I don't know what's going on back there, but
there's a sign above it that says Undertaker. Listen, you can't get any work done in this workshop. It's like a Cheech and Chong their car. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's hella hotboxed in there, but
the Undertaker's just blazed doing woodworking is very funny to me. He's like, it's a casket match. That is so freaky, dude. Paul, you're a freaky dude.
Paul, you ever think that we're just addicted to food and the withdrawals kill us, bro? You think that's why?
You ever think when you're awake that's actually when you're dreaming, and whenever you go to sleep, that's when you're really awake, bro? You ever think about that?
You want to hit this shit?
Yeah.
It'll really truly make you rest in peace. Oh man, what are you doing tonight?
I'm really funny.
Is there Chick-fil-A in this town?
They've kept Kamala's casket, which begs the question, where's Kamala? Because he's been put in that casket. So unless they made two, like it's Chopped or one of the cooking shows where you have to make one for the camera and one for the people to eat.
Yeah.
That's the prototype of the casket.
Yeah, they use it just for the show. It's like Monster House and shit. They just leave you with this broken shit. So like they buried Kamala in that casket, but then they wanted it for a prop, so they exhumed him and then kept the casket, just threw him in the dirt.
That's a pimp my ride situation.
Yeah, 100%. The popcorn machine does not work in my Geo Metro anymore.
I got pulled over. I'm covered in popcorn. How's that look? I think it's also very funny that the Undertaker needs a job. Like he is a literal Undertaker, but he doesn't buy the caskets. He's got to make them shits by hand. So maybe Paul sprung this idea on him too, and he's like, "Fuck, I got to build another casket."
Listen, everybody needs a passion. You know what I mean? Like, what else is he gonna do? He's just gonna stare menacingly all day. You know?
I wonder if they revoke his license if he doesn't build a casket within 18 months. You know,
It's like a
Every now and
renewal
again.
process.
Yeah, you got to show that you can still build a casket. So he's doing some woodwork at the back of this thing, and then the camera pans in real tight, and he's got the eyes rolled back in the head where he hits the rest in peace. Like, I remember thinking these were very effective when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It does add like some cool production value if you don't think about it too much, which is like, why does he live in the Old West and it's 1994?
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be in a strip mall. They're not going to let that
Right.
guy. You're going to rent to that guy? He's definitely going to have a shack, you know?
He needs a bunch of places to put lacquer and all the shit you need, all of his embalming fluids.
Over there in the corner, that's where I cut the sleeves of my shirts into little triangles to make them look frayed.
Yeah, so everybody can see the guns I get from all these caskets I'm building.
Yeah.
So then we get to the second clip here, which is Yokozuna's in the ring with Mr. Fuji. Jim Cornette is gone because he is apparently putting together a victory celebration in Tokyo for when Yoko wins this casket match, which I really wish there was a vignette of that, where just Jim Cornette in Tokyo doing various adventures sounds very cool to me.
When I saw that, I just assumed Jim probably just had the week off. Something happened.
Yeah, he was booking in Smoky Mountain that week. It was a big night.
Yeah.
Vince is doing like the Chris Rock style of premise, like was setting up his premise where he just keeps repeating the same fact to really make sure that the audience understands. Yokozuna is fucking afraid of caskets, dude. He does not like it, and he's like, he just keeps repeating it to Mr. Fuji, and Yokozuna keeps big selling the fact that he's afraid of the casket. Every time it cuts to him, he looks like whenever your cat hears a noise that it doesn't recognize, you know?
It's very funny, and when they finally reveal this casket, I laughed out loud because
it's got to be double wide, double deep.
Look at how fucking big they made this casket. It's up to Paul Bearer's nipples, dude. That is a massive casket, and Yokozuna was in the ring going, dude, I'm fat, but I'm not that fat. Like, come on, man.
It doesn't have to be this big.
Yeah, come on, dude.
It actually looks pretty comfortable. It's got a nice lining on the inside.
Yeah, they did some upholstery work on the inside of this casket. But yeah, as soon as they revealed how big the casket was, it really blew my mind. And then, who was the heel announcer they kept interjecting during this?
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I couldn't place the voice.
I think it's Captain Lou Albano is who I ended up landing on.
Okay,
I think it's Captain Lou.
That makes sense. He wasn't great.
No, he's got a lot of energy. This is before they made him the babyface manager of the Head Shrinkers. I think they just like brought him back, but he's got big 80s WWF energy, but he doesn't have good like commentating skills.
At one point, he's like, "That casket's for the Undertaker," and it's like, "Nah, you seen how big that casket is?"
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's tailor made for a big fat fucking sumo wrestler, Samoan sumo wrestler.
A big fat, not Japanese, but they're saying he's Japanese guy. Vince is continually trying to get Yokozuna to come closer to the casket, and all I could think of was Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine watching this and using it as the template for getting Bam into that trailer with the snake.
Yeah,
where they just keep trying to egg him on and trick him to get closer to the thing he hates. Like, why would Yokozuna want to get anywhere near this casket? They sprung it on him in the first place.
And I wonder if something's in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A fucking cobra, dude. Bam, are you crying? Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, Mr. Fuji is like, hey, if you get close enough to that casket, you can just fucking sit on it, dude. Just smish it. And I bet Undertaker's in the casket being like, fuck, I hope he doesn't smish it.
Tell him not to do that.
That's the one thing I didn't account for.
Please, God, no.
My smishability when I'm laying prone in this casket.
Vince goes, squash the casket. Like he's trying to tip off the Undertaker to like move or get real small.
Undertaker's inside going, he's gonna do what?
What the fuck?
So Yoko opens it. Of course, the Undertaker's in there.
Yeah.
And scares the shit out of Yoko, who bails. And then there's a sign in the crowd that I really liked that said, "A tisket, a tasket, Yokozuna in a casket."
Yeah.
Give that guy free tickets.
With anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. There
Yokozuna,
was
you could get your ass kicked.
And then there was another one during the match near the front row that said the same thing, a tisket, a tasket, and then it just said R.I.P. under it. But yeah, it was good. What does a tisket, a tasket come from?
I know it from Mary Had a Little Lamb.
They say tisket, a tasket, and Mary Had a Little Lamb?
At least the Stevie Ray Vaughan version.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's a Stevie Ray Vaughan version of
Mary
Mary
you never heard the Mary Had a Little Lamb? It fucking rips, dude. It's good.
I was wondering if it was, and I could be completely wrong. In Big, ooh, Selena, walking down the street 10 times a week. I get it. I said it. You know that what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do they say tisket, a tasket in that?
I don't remember. I don't think so. The only thing that I know is that it's from Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I don't know if it's from the original.
A tisket, a tasket is a nursery rhyme first recorded in North America in the late 19th century. The melody to which the nursery rhyme is sung recurs in other nursery rhymes, including "It's Raining, It's Pouring." So it's like a tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my friend, and on the way I dropped it. Okay, I don't need to do that whole song.
Yeah.
People were fucking stupid back in the day, huh? Singing about the dumbest, just completely waste of time shit. Singing about a basket. You kidding me?
I don't know. It's probably about like somebody who got murdered and put into a basket. Those always have the hellish, like origin story. Or like, what is it?
I don't know what you're saying.
Bring Around the Rosie.
I think. Hold on. I think that might be a myth.
A myth.
A myth.
No. The Black Plague happened, dude. Stop trying to Black Plague truth.
Listen, you weren't there, bro. It was the flu. Turned out the things that they were using to fix the Black Plague killed you that faster than the Black Plague did. If you would have just stayed home.
You're gonna tell me that we're trying to villainize the rats. It wasn't actually the rats. It's the fleas on the rats. I've heard it all.
Yeah, it's not about the plague. Interpreters of the rhyme before World War II make no mention of the connection between Ring Around the Rosie and the Black Plague. Listen, I'm not trying to dunk on you here. I'm just trying to clear up the record. You know what I mean?
Man, fuck that.
All right.
It's about the plague.
That's fine. I'll give it to you.
In my heart of hearts, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. The Ring Around the Rosie is about the Black Plague.
But it can weaken it, goddammit.
It can hurt it real bad.
Steel beams definitely don't like jet fuel. Yeah. I can tell you that.
The steel beam is like, no, man, I really hope this isn't jet fuel. I'm feeling
my
weak.
one weakness. I was 2 weeks from retirement.
So those are just like little brief interludes to think about how simple this is. Undertaker and Yokozuna, they both get disqualified at Survivor Series. Suddenly the Undertaker is going to be his opponent. There's a casket match. Yokozuna's afraid of caskets. That's the established. There's not 10 promos. They don't do a contract signing. They don't have to be tag team partners who hate each other and don't get along. It's just this guy hates caskets. This other guy's whole deal is caskets.
Yeah.
He's crazy for caskets.
Casket guy. Other guy, patently not a casket guy.
Lesser of a casket guy.
I'm not. I would call myself not a casket guy.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Have you ever seen when like for either like a comedy sketch or a movie or like anything people lay in a casket? Like I'm not a superstitious guy at all, like at all. But
yeah,
I would be a little creeped out, lay down in a casket because I'd be like sitting there going, you know what? I'm gonna be doing this for thousands of years at some point.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it now? You know what I mean?
There's a podcast now where people lay in caskets and get interviewed.
Why? It's like, hey, do you want to go? Those people that are like, hey, you want to go watch a movie at the cemetery? No, dude.
Yeah.
Why don't I watch a movie at my house, dog? Like, why are we going?
Yeah.
Why are we going over there? Why are we bothering my mom?
Why do we need to? I almost passed over that. Like, I'm not scared of the cemetery because I think there are ghosts or zombies. I'm afraid of the cemetery because it's like a wide open space where someone could easily sneak up on you and where weirdos hang out.
Yeah,
so I
that's
feel
the
like
thing.
yes, the chances of me having an encounter at the cemetery I don't want is higher, but that's just because there are weirdos out
That's
there.
where the goths and gravediggers hang out. Who wants to hang out with the goths or the gravediggers? You know,
if not inside of a movie theater, they can hang out there all they want. I'll go and I'll hang out with them.
There's a security guard. It's a movie theater.
Yeah. Our first match is from Royal Rumble 1994. It took place January 22nd, 94 for Providence, Rhode Island.
Who won that Royal Rumble?
Which houses the Providence Civic Center. Of course, Andrew, Lex Luger, and Bret Hart were co-winners of that Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's when they fall out.
That's when they fell out at the same time.
Okay.
Because
I'm sorry for not knowing that.
They were trying to gauge who they thought would get the WrestleMania title shot. So they kayfabed it because Luger was on the way down as far as Q rating, and Bret was on his way up. And so
who eventually got it?
There was a double main event for WrestleMania 10. So it was like Yokozuna had to defend the belt against Lex Luger while Bret Hart wrestled Owen Hart. And then later in the night, the winner of Lex Luger and Yokozuna wrestled Bret Hart, which was Yokozuna, and Bret avenged his loss at WrestleMania 9.
So there was an ultimate main event.
There was an ultimate main event.
Because I was going to say, and you know me, Dusty, if you have two main events, what do you have?
You got no main events.
You got no main events. Okay, so as long as they had an ultimate main event, I'm not pissed at him.
This is also where Owen Hart turns heel on Bret and famously kicks him in the leg after their tag team match against the Quebecers, and then in his promo says, I kicked Bret's leg out from under his leg because he's really going through it.
We miss you, Owen. We miss you.
Yep. 14,500 people, not a bad house. 200,000 buy rate, which is not great for this Royal Rumble, but is kind of indicative of where the product was at this time. So,
yeah.
The casket match. I think the Undertaker here, like they've refined a lot of the gimmick, and they added the raising of the lights, where it seems like he has the power to control the lights, which I always thought was a cool gimmick. The
fucking stagehands, like, how the fuck did he?
Yeah, I was nowhere near that light.
I swear to God, Vince, I did not touch that light, dude.
I was not near the breaker box at all. These guys always had pretty decent matches. I think the gimmick here interferes with them having a good match.
Because you got to get a guy in the casket.
Because you got to get a guy in the casket. There's a part in this match which is very funny where Yokozuna is firmly in control, and he goes to roll Undertaker into the casket, but Undertaker is standing up in the casket, and they try to close it on it. Like, it's clearly not going to close. Half his body is out of the casket.
Dude,
and so
Earl Hebner was told,
if
somebody's in the casket, you got to try to close that casket.
Yeah, it's like whenever you're trying to feed your dog or your cat medicine, and you just can't. They refuse to take it. You know?
Oh, dude, you're telling me, dude, it's awful. It's awful.
Look, that's not going to close.
Literally pretend he swallowed the pill, and then I'll find it like 6 feet away because he tucked it into his cheek like a Zen, and then spit it out as he was walking away.
Yep.
So yeah, Undertaker's laying like this. I can't play video, or they'll block our video from everywhere. Undertaker's laying like this. Hebner tries to close it, and then let's see if I can get the thing, because he just grabs Yokozuna's foot.
Yeah, and they're like, nah, he's alive. Any sign of life, and we'll lift the casket lid back up.
And Yokozuna just goes, oh,
oh fuck. No. I thought I really had him 6 minutes into this match. The best move in this match is the Undertaker and Yokozuna used to do a really cool like combo DDT where the Undertaker would run off the ropes and kind of grab Yokozuna in midair and DDT him to the mat.
Yeah.
That always looked cool, like a swinging DDT. So he hits that and he's puts Yokozuna in the casket, but then, oh shit, out of nowhere, it's alternate color Crush, purple and black Crush. So you know that he's a heel.
He looks like goddamn Kenny Powers. And he also mullet might be a contender for mullet of the year.
Mullet of the
on Crush. I'm trying to find a good picture of it, but
he also looks like one of the sprites from Mortal Kombat. Like he looks like Kano from Mortal Kombat with the face paint and the color scheme.
He definitely looks like a henchman. He definitely like I got unless you can see it in motion, you're not gonna be able to get the whole thing from this mullet. But like we're talking short hair up top, really long hair in the back, and the bottom half is blonde. This dude's got an ombre.
Yeah,
if you know what that is, he's got an ombre going.
He's so Crush runs out to interfere, but Crush alone cannot defeat the Undertaker. So here come the Great Kabuki and Tenryu, who are two wrestlers who have been instructed by Mr. Fuji to throw. They've been brought over from Japan to to throw Lex Luger out of the Royal Rumble. And while this is happening, Yokozuna sleeps.
He's just taking a little nappy poo in this comfortable ass casket. For those of you who just listen to audio, I put a picture of big old fat Yokozuna just laying on his side, probably snoring. Snoring. Well, I'm guessing he's a snorer.
I don't want to put anything on Yokozuna as a fellow member of this club, but Yokozuna definitely has sleep apnea. Like 100%. he's having many sleep interruptions right now because he doesn't have to be. If he had the CPAP mask inside of the casket while he was knocked out, Mr. Fuji's like, no, he needs it.
He needs it. His heart. It's gonna be bad. He wakes up so grumpy. But...
Even when he takes a nap, I tell him you got to put the CPAP on. I don't care if it's only for an hour. So of course, Great Kabuki and Tenryu can't do shit. So here comes Bam Bam Bigelow, and he's out to help. So now we've got 4 guys plus an unconscious Yokozuna, and Undertaker's still fighting these dudes off until Mr. Fuji steals Paul Bear's urn. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see great acting from Paul Bear right there.
He's never going to survive without the power of the urn. By the way, real quick, Bam Bam Bigelow, I was looking at championships and accomplishments on his Wikipedia.
Yeah.
He has 1 listed in WWF. So apparently he was never tag team champion, never intercontinental champion, never WWE champion. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
The 1 accomplishment is a Slammy.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what he won in the Slammy Awards? It's okay if you don't remember this, obviously.
It's got to be like ugliest mug or like something to that effect.
That's
best
close.
Best tattooed head.
In 1987, Bam Bam Bigelow won the Slammy Award for best head.
Yeah. That's I mean, the commitment of like he's never getting a job at Gottschalk's. You know, he was like, I'm doing flame tattoo head no matter what. I'm in this shit.
And without the flame tattoo head, he looks like, especially in this screenshot that we're looking at, he looks like a character from Captain Underpants.
Rest in peace to Bam Bam Bigelow, a wrestler I really enjoy. He has big time thumb head. For sure.
Big time thumb head. He's got a bigger thumb head than Dana White and Joe Rogan. This is
he looks like a dad from Hey Arnold. Like, you know how all the characters in Hey Arnold have weird proportioned heads.
It looks like he had like a giraffe head, like a leg attached to his things, and his head is the nub after it got amputated.
Yeah. Next out is Atom Bomb. So now we have Atom Bomb and Crush. Do you know what we have the components for now, Andrew?
Oh man. Is that a chronic? fuck, dude? I hate it when there's a chronic, dude.
You put those two things together, it's like the ignition of the atomic bomb. All Oppenheimer would have needed to create a chronic was atom bomb.
He just needed a crush.
Yeah,
he had the atom bomb.
He had the atom bomb. He just needed a crush for reaction's sake. Here comes Double J now. In case you forgot, that's JEFF. JARR. ETT.
And this show just got twice as good.
He's in his country music era. He's living his country music life.
I'll get him, you slap nuts.
Yeah, there's then the head shrinkers come out. So we've got like 9 dudes in the ring, all trying to accomplish what it only took one Giant Gonzalez to accomplish last year, which is beat the dog shit out of the Undertaker at a Royal Rumble. 2 Royal Rumbles in a row. The Undertaker might want to skip the Royal Rumble going forward.
Listen, dude, and you can't have 9 dudes beating up one dude and losing in wrestling because this whole time Undertaker's like in the middle of a giant crowd of guys and they're waiting for Undertaker to face them, and then they throw a punch that Undertaker blocks, and then he punches them in the face. But all the other guys are like smoking cigarettes and talking to each other. Like, how are the kids?
It's like a Seagal movie. They all stand in line and wait for the Undertaker to punch all of them. And then finally, the last guy to make it, I don't know what he was doing, is Diesel. Kevin Nash makes his way out to just pile on. It's also a weird arrangement where it's like, I get all the foreign heels kind of together beating up the Undertaker, but then they're like, fuck, we need more guys, dude. Like, that's not enough guys.
Throw out Double J and Diesel.
Yeah.
I love everybody doing the Yokozuna's bidding and Yokozuna in the back doing the gangster pose. Like, fuck him up.
Yeah, get him. Well, because for a lot of this, the Yokozuna very asleep. He's having trouble recovering from that giant DDT.
Yeah, he finally gets out of the casket at one point. He's not happy about it.
Here he is. I told you not to let me get in this thing without my apnea mask.
I was dreaming about this match being over. Fuck.
And then finally, it turns out the Undertaker cannot be defeated even by 10 dudes.
Who brought the bucket?
That had the ceremonial salt. So that's Mr. Fuji.
Okay.
Bucket's been there. Bucket's been there the whole time. Dude.
I forgot about the ceremonial salt. Because at one point Diesel has the bucket and he swings it, and a bunch of sand flew out of it. I forgot about the ceremonial salt. What an idiot I am.
But what a fool.
At some point, the urn falls and loses its cap, right? And then a bunch
they steal the urn back and take the cap off. So you're correct. And then a bunch of green smoke starts coming out. Assumedly, the souls of the people the Undertaker's murdered to have the power of the urn. And I did like this bit because the internal logic of it makes sense. Like, the Undertaker starts really slowing down, and the fact that that's coming right out by Yokozuna's butt, I can't help.
That's actually why I stopped it here. It looks like looks like he's got a big toxic fart coming out right here.
Which is what this match was.
It was a big toxic fart. Yeah, that is true.
But as
I tried to find a better one where it looked like it was making contact with his butt, but this had to do.
You can only ask so much from the universe. As all the smoke is coming out, the Undertaker starts to slowly power down. Like he's one of those toys that's powered by the sun, like the hula girl, you know. You could have it on your dashboard, but after there it is.
That's a little better.
That's nice. Yeah. After so long, that thing powers down. So now the Undertaker's susceptible to everybody's moves. So Bam Bam hits him with a flying headbutt. There's a big splash, and he's dead as shit. $1 Million Man, who's on commentary, goes, "I've never seen anything like this," while the green smoke is coming out of the urn. Oh yeah, Ted? You've never seen a demon's powers evaporate in the Providence Civic Center? Have you even lived, man?
Where have you been, dog?
You're the $1 Million Man. You've been all over the world. You've never seen the toxic souls of all of your opponent's enemies escape at once.
I feel bad for you, man. You've never seen that shit?
Have you ever even looked at a sunrise, Ted? They dump the Undertaker in the casket, and Yokozuna wins. My favorite part of this is Bam Bam Bigelow hops up on the top of the casket to kind of surf it and make sure that it can't be reopened while they lock it, so they can lock the Undertaker in it. He's like, they're backstage, and Bam Bam's like, man, I need a moment. I need like just a good moment for me. And then he's like, what if I jump on top of the casket and kind of swim around on top of it? Then, like I'm boogie boarding out into the break, and maybe I'll stand on it or whatever at the
They're
end.
like, fine, dude. Whatever, man. Like,
Yeah, the Undertaker's soul has just escaped from the casket. Whatever you want to do, or from the urn, whatever you want to do is fine.
Double J gets on it too. Like,
yeah.
this casket's pissing me off.
I said this casket was built by a slap nut. They roll all the heels start rolling the casket up the aisle, and then more smoke starts coming out of the casket. This entire program is smoke based. The Undertaker's heavy into smoke at this point. He's got that Dark Side of the Moon poster up in his office.
He's like, wait till you see my fire in the sky.
Yeah. I'll be back once me and the rest of the boys in Deep Purple are done with the European tour. The gong goes off and the lights go out, and then there's an interior camera inside of the casket. Who put that there? The Undertaker. and to what purpose? He's like, fuck, man, if 11 heels beat me up and let the essence of the urn out, and I become but a ghost man, probably want a camera here so I can do some last words.
It's pretty cool that they lit it so ominously.
I really want this to be like some ambiance, you know. I don't want to look like an idiot, Paul.
Some asshole with fucking white LED lights. You gonna throw some RGB in there?
Yeah. So Undertaker wakes up and monologues. Be not proud. The spirit of the Undertaker lives within the souls of all mankind. The eternal flame of life that cannot be extinguished, the origin of which cannot be explained. The answer lies within the everlasting spirit. Soon all mankind will witness the rebirth of the Undertaker. I will not rest in peace. Man, Providence has bomb ass weed.
You ever think about how weird it is that our eyes work? Like these things tell this thing what all this shit in front of us looks like, and they don't have to touch it or nothing.
Yeah. You think a dog knows it's a dog? Or does it think I'm just a big dog also?
I feel like my dog understands me. I blow weed into his ear. I know people say not to do that, but I feel like he likes it.
Don't at me. I've seen a future where that's a phrase that you'll understand, even though right now it doesn't make any sense. But
type shit.
Yeah. Why doesn't he just get out of the casket? He's not. He's like, oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yep. You know what? You got me.
Listen, my one weakness. And then this happens.
So then
for some reason this happens.
So then it starts to flicker, and then they turn on the black light, and the Undertaker becomes.
You hear the buzzing electrocution sound. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Of like in comedy movies when guys get electrocuted, it's like, and then there's a giant, for some reason, explosion.
And now we got Black
Poochie.
Poochie returns.
Poochie goes back to his home planet.
Yeah. Undertaker rises out of the Titantron, and becomes a corporeal being once again.
It's literally just the graphic that they made, like you're seeing on the screen, just goes up through the Titantron.
It's literally Poochie. It's literally like how they returned Poochie to his home planet. They took the
cell and just put it up, and you can see the guy's signature on it and stuff.
And he's floating above the ring, up into heaven. I have to imagine. But again, if he could become a corporeal being that escaped the casket, where's he going? Well, also the real answer is because that's Marty Jannetty and not the Undertaker. Marty Jannetty's the dude in the coming up out of the Titantron. Undertaker's still in that box.
What?
Or well, the Undertaker might not be in there, but the guy coming out of the Titantron floating above on the wires, that's Marty Jannetty.
Oh, I forgot they had a guy float up. I forgot they did that because you can't fucking see it on the thing.
Because
and Paul Bear's like, Mark, you have my per diem check. My hotel keys in your pocket.
Does this transfer some kind of power of attorney to me? He's showing a lawyer on Monday. No, look at him. He became a black and white guy, and we all know when that happens.
He's very clearly ascended into the heavens. I need his Harley.
I need to get fucking paid.
I forgot they had a guy actually fucking physically ascend. I forgot about that part.
That's you can't never forget.
You know why? Happened. It's because this is what you see on the goddamn screen when that's happening. Because Marty Jannetty, little small guy,
little guy. Yeah, you gotta force perspective of him, Gandalf style. So this match was 14 minutes, 20 seconds. This got 1 star in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. This match does stink, and all of that stuff doesn't make any sense. You could just have him, because at the end, Paul Bearer just rolls the casket to the back. And so
they could have just gotten him out.
Yeah, all the shit where he's like on the screen and he has to his bones explode, and then
it's pretty metal.
He rises out of the thing. None of that's needed to explain why he's gone. He lost the casket match. He goes away for a while. Who cares?
His bones explode.
His bones exploded.
I can't believe it. His bones exploded. Yeah. I'm never gonna get. I'm finished in this business.
Now, in the beatdown of the Undertaker, do you want to guess how many members of the NWO were involved in that beatdown?
Well, let's see. Chronic. That's 2 of them, right?
There's only 1 member from Chronic that was in the NWO.
Was it? Which one was it?
Crush.
Hell yeah, dude.
Brian Adams.
Let me think. Double J, does he end up in the NWO?
Double J does end up in the NWO.
Diesel, obviously. We got Diesel.
Yeah. And then the other one's a cheat. It's the $1 Million Man on commentary. Okay. He's also in the NWO. In this show, there are 8 people that were in the NWO at one point or the other with all the iterations.
In the Royal Rumble that year?
In the Royal Rumble that year. Oh, no. There's 10. I forgot.
I forgot.
11. Goddamn 11 people. Because Bret Hart is in the NWO. Scott Hall, obviously, Razor Ramon defeated Erwin R. Shyster. Those are 2 guys that end up in the NWO.
Yep.
Lex Luger, NWO. Then we have
Scott Steiner,
Randy Savage, Virgil, of course, and Shawn Michaels. Those are all various members of the NWO that were on Royal Rumble 94.
You know who they never got was Doink the Clown. They never got Doink.
Matt Bourne remained unsullied by the NWO shirt. So the Undertaker goes away because his first kid had been born, and also his back was fucked up. So he takes time off because his back is injured, and
Vince,
also for the
I gotta
birth
tell you,
of his
man,
kid.
My back is all the way gone. I cannot, and you're gonna be mad at me for saying this, but it's true. I can't rest in peace.
I've went to Tempur-Pedic. I went to Mattress Firm. I've done everything I could do. I cannot rest in peace, literally. What if the Undertaker was sleeping on a futon for years? Because to me, a futon is never comfortable. futon's comfortable for 2 exact hours, and then after that, if you've ever tried to sleep on a futon, that shit'll mess your back up.
There's always a bar. There's always a bar. But the bar is the big problem. I used to think futons were the coolest shit in the world, but it's because I was too light to actually make it to the bar, you know?
Yep.
But yeah.
It's well, Undertaker's always sleeping on the fold out couch in the hotels with Paul Bear. Paul Bear takes the bed. So this bar's right in the middle of my goddamn back, Paul.
I'm 7 feet tall.
That's too bad. You know I have to plug in my sleep apnea machine.
Well, see, but there's not an outlet by the pull-out couch. What, you want me to fucking die? You're so selfish, Mark. I've always said this.
I hope one day your goddamn bones explode.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your fucking bones explode.
So while the Undertaker's gone,
give me the remote.
Well, I'm watching Sports Center. Goddamn it. While the Undertaker's gone, Paul Bear has been giving updates that he's been looking for the spirit of the Undertaker. In various strip clubs around the nation
with his money.
yeah. I keep trying to lure him out with his own. I keep going, Undertaker, I'm about to spend $200 in the champagne room unless you stop me. No? All right.
I swear to God, Undertaker, if you don't show your face, I'm going to get 16 blooming onions tomorrow. I ain't leaving that Outback
will never recover.
Yeah.
And the $1 Million Man has said that he has a line on the Undertaker, and that his money is so abundant that he is the one who can bring the Undertaker back. So in June of '94, Shawn Michaels has an interview segment called Heartbreak Hotel, which is part of Shawn Michaels' ingenious plan to not wrestle. But still be on television and be a contracted wrestler. He would just go through these random phases where like he just didn't wrestle even though he wasn't hurt. But he has this interview segment where he interviews the $1 Million Man, and he says that he's found the Undertaker, and so he introduces the Undertaker, and they're shooting the Undertaker from below, and it's a pretty good approximation. Like this guy strikes a pretty good image of the Undertaker, and he's got the hair down in his face, and he's just hanging out. And then they're like, "You want me to really prove it's the Undertaker? Why don't you say something?" And the Undertaker says, "There's nothing to fear, but fear itself and the wrath of the Undertaker," which made me think maybe in his off time, Undertaker's become a big World War II buff, which would make total sense for the Undertaker.
And no, I think Raven wrote this, is what happened.
Oh, yes. There's nothing to fear but fear itself, and also quote the Raven, nevermore. But I thought that like this is pretty convincing. It's it's not an approximate thing, but they're pretty smart. It's dark in the arena, and they have the hair in the face, and they got the outfit that looks right. And when you shoot like from that worm's eye view angle, you can't tell whether this guy's as tall as the Undertaker.
And I gotta admit, I couldn't tell. I assumed it wasn't him, but I couldn't tell. I was like, maybe that is him, because even like this angle, that could be Mark Calloway. But real quick, one thing we forgot to do was you asked me to predict where this is going. And I only really, because I've kind of put 2 and 2 together after this. There's things I certainly did not predict, but because the title of your playlist.
Right.
So like, but after the Yokozuna match, I assumed what would naturally happen is the Undertaker was going to go on a like Punisher style revenge tour, just fucking everybody up that got in the ring with him that day.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody that he beat thus added another soul back to the urn that he had to replenish to get his powers back.
That is a much better storyline.
So the first match, he wrestles like Double J, and he's not great. He's falling off the ropes, and he's like, he can't get the choke slam. Oh, by the way, we didn't mention he choke slammed Yokozuna, and it was the first negative vertical choke slam of all time.
Yeah,
Yokozuna
the
did not
hops.
go up at all.
No, the hops for Yokozuna on that one were tough.
So yeah, like he wrestles the first guy. He kind of stinks, but he still wins somehow, and he's really exhausted afterwards. But then like somehow they do some sort of ceremony, and they get that guy's soul or a piece of that guy's soul into the urn. And then the next match, he's a little bit better, and then he's fucking people up backstage and taking their souls until he's like the big Undertaker, and then there's like a big rematch or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I should be a wrestling booker, man.
What you could never account for, fake Undertaker.
Yeah. Can't put the toothpaste back in the urn. Yeah. They already started this, so we can't do it again, you know?
Yep. So then I wanted to put a couple of the matches that finger quotes Undertaker has. The first one is against Mike Bell, who is in the ring already, so I'm not feeling great about old Mike Bell's chances here.
Yeah, Mike Bell's in trouble.
They do have the tattoos. Also, I was looking for that, and they like airbrushed the Undertaker's tattoos, like the Grim Reaper one that he had on like his forearm right here.
I still was not convinced this was not the Undertaker.
This wasn't
like,
it, yeah.
They did a really good job of hiding his face. The guy moves kind of like him. Once we see both of them in the same room at the same time, it's very clear. But they did a good job.
Only thing here, this Undertaker does a drop toe hold. That's a fake Undertaker. that's not in the Undertaker's repertoire. He went away.
Who is playing the fake Undertaker?
Fake Undertaker is played by primetime Brian Lee, who was one of the Undertaker's really good friends. He had a fun run in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, where he was one of the top guys. He had a really famous run in ECW as one of their big heavies. You'll remember him or not from his time in the Disciples of Apocalypse as Crush. Or I know he was Chains.
I was like, Crush. How many fucking Crushes do we have?
Well,
dude?
Crush was the leader of the Disciples of Apocalypse. And then there was Chains and Skull and 8-Ball, the biker gang of WWE.
I remember them existing. I remember 8-Ball. But it's interesting. He went on to then direct the Halloween remakes.
He does have big Psycho Circus freak energy. Yeah, I was gonna say it's weird that he ends up being the Uncle Jack from Breaking Bad. I don't know if you're familiar with Uncle Jack.
I don't know if I know Uncle Jack from Breaking Bad.
He's got tweaker biker energy, and also weird that I didn't know Brian Lee was one of my uncles, but that turns out to be the case.
I could definitely see you having an uncle that looks like this. Dusty, I need you to explain the Uncle Jack thing, because this motherfucker doesn't look anything like that other guy.
Well, he's in Uncle Jack's gang.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Of tweaker Nazi dudes in Breaking Bad.
Okay.
So, he does.
All right.
He's one of the backup guys. But in this match, they keep cutting to Ted DiBiase, so they actually miss the fake Undertaker doing the sit-up spot like the real Undertaker does. And then out of nowhere, he just snatches up Mike Bell and tombstones his ass and beats him.
Yeah.
Mike Bell's not long for this world. And then Paul Bearer comes out, and he is trying to tempt away the Undertaker, and they take a commercial break during this, which was really funny to me. Like, this is the suspension break. They're like, people will never be able to turn away to see if this guy walks any further towards Paul Bearer or not.
Yeah, that was very funny that Ted DiBiase had to beg off for an entire commercial break because he's standing in the same place when they come back, so he had to just be standing there going, "Come on!" Like he offered him money, man, like 5 different times.
Yeah, the Undertaker is eventually lured back to the $1 Million Man with a giant wad of hundreds, and Paul Bear's like, "That's no goddamn Undertaker."
Yeah. Undertaker is not obsessed with money.
I hope not, because I've spent a large amount of his money. I'm confused. So, am I to believe that the fake Undertaker, is he an actor that $1 Million Man has paid to be the Undertaker? In which case, why is he attracted to the power of the urn? Because he's just a dude. Or is he some kind of all other zombie man that $1 million man found. That's like what, just a lesser zombie man. And so the power of the urn holds some appeal, but not as much. Because why would he move towards Paul Bear?
Listen, you spit in the air back in the day, it's going to land on a zombie man. You know what I mean?
Finally,
Like
yeah.
they were coming out of our ears. We had zombie men burning a hole in our pocket back in the day.
Look,
Those are the good old days.
An undead zombie. Another one.
I was wondering
Lord
because
knows.
I'm watching these matches and I'm like, man, they should sign this guy. Like,
Yeah.
The Vince is like, okay, maybe he might not be the Undertaker, but
Yeah.
he's obviously kicking the shit out of these other guys.
He's a big fucker.
Yeah, I like big fuckers.
And so, but I'm just like, if he's an actor, is part of his acting pretending to be? That's really method. He went full Daniel Day-Lewis. He's like, oh fuck, it's the urn. I love the urn. And the $1 million man's like, no, you don't. Your name's Mark, or the other guy's name's Mark. Your name's Paul.
I'm all upside down on this thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I happened to pick random guy name that was the name of the real guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering why he could do the sit up and like all that stuff. It doesn't make any. But we saw a man's bones explode.
Yeah, lest we forget. Never we forget a man's bones explode. Then the Undertaker beats the dog shit out of Matt Hardy, who's
that was Matt Hardy.
Yep, he's in his neon pants.
Listen, you guys got to give me a little bit of a break on that one. It was like 60p.
Yeah, like, this is a tough video to have to watch on YouTube, but
I didn't see the title of it because it just auto played.
It is in fact Matt Hardy. Like you said, the fake Undertaker has a lot of the moves down. Like the flying clothesline that he does is really impressive looking. It looks perfect. And then of course he immediately tombstones Matt Hardy because it's 1994 and the Hardys with a Z do not exist yet. And ends up winning this match.
You guys want to see why I couldn't tell this was Matt Hardy? Look at this shit.
Look, if you don't know that's Matt Hardy, that's on you, man.
It looks like he's fighting Alice Cooper.
You're so reliant on technology, Andrew. You got to squint. This
looks like an abstract watercolor painting.
This is Van Gogh's water lily phase. I'm
trying to find it. Like you could tell that's DiBiase.
Yeah. You can tell that's a man in the ring with him.
Yeah, you see two legs, so you can make out the legs. But I don't know if they ever show Matt Hardy's face in this fucking. Look at this.
The smoke has permeated the arena.
Hey, Matt, you ever think about like when I'm walking on the rope, I'm really walking a tightrope between winning and losing this match, man.
I had a dream the other night, bro. I was totally baked that one day you would say, "Oh shit, a dilapidated boat," and that shit was hilarious to me, man. Just hold on to that. I think that's coming out.
Just remember the word delete. You'll get it.
You'll know, and also keep an eye out for a dude named Edge.
Yeah,
don't leave him alone with your lady.
Head on a swivel around anybody named Edge. Maybe tell your brother to lay off the ecstasy at least a little bit.
Yeah, tell him to come see me. Tell him to never start playing guitar. Actually, go home, break his guitar.
Yeah, break it. That'd probably be better for the greater good. Break his guitar. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna flip you over for this tombstone real quick. Thanks for doing.
I'm gonna put your ass in the body bag because you're going tits up tonight. The Undertaker. See, Undertaker's power is derived from the urn. Fake Undertaker, his power is derived from money, and the money is their bones. They do bring back the body bag gimmick for fake Undertaker, which I heard an interview with the Undertaker where he's talking about how that was a cool idea, but it ended up being a rib on himself because the guy in the body bag has to pretend to be dead, and now Undertaker has to like deadlift a 200+ pound dude over his shoulder and walk him to the back, and also make it look effortless. Like the Undertaker can't go like like, gonna go. Oh, I'm losing him.
Like when you're moving a mattress and you're like, I need a second. Hold on. Let's put it down.
And you're scurrying sideways. You're Zoidberg walking your mattress up the.
God damn it! I hit my hand on the door jamb. I know I'm fine. I'm okay.
No,
I'm okay. No, keep going.
Yes, I know it has handles on it, but then the thing's gonna rip. The handles are useless. So Matt Hardy gets body bagged, unfortunately for him. Then we cut to a segment. All the heels have interview segments. Just a huge part of WWF in the 90s. Jerry the King Lawler, of course, has the King's Court, where he continues angles by having the heels and the baby faces in the ring, and he can interview them. Good work from Jerry Lawler, because like he's a guy who can, like a Mean Gene, who can kind of direct traffic on these things. So
he really is a genius with like I'm sure, like I know he was like one of the, like an amazing revered wrestler, you know. I just never got to see a lot of that. He truly is like one of my favorite guys on the mic in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
I also love any random screenshot of Paul Bearer. Look at this fucking guy.
The man lived the gimmick. You know, we're talking Daniel Day. We're talking Daniel Day-Lewis level acting.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer was in it. He was 10 toes down for the Undertaker. Paul Bearer is not buying this fake ass Undertaker. he suspects that something is amiss. So he says that the real Undertaker is going to defeat the fake Undertaker at SummerSlam, and then $1 Million Man comes out and says, "Why don't you say it to his face?" So then the fake Undertaker comes out to confront Paul Bearer, and Paul Bearer does. To his credit, he does kind of give it back to fake Undertaker.
He stands on business.
Yeah, he's like, I know you're fake. My guy's coming. Hell's coming with him, and then the fake Undertaker snatches up Paul Bearer to attack him, and then the gong hits and the lights flicker. There's that's wonder how I
I fucking hope this works out.
Mark, where are you?
Stop.
I'll pay back, I swear.
You're hurting my larynx.
Not the moneymaker, please. I wonder how long fake Undertaker would have to beat Paul Bearer's ass for the Undertaker to stop doing his parlor tricks and come out and actually help his friend. You know, he's like, I bet the gong and the lights will freak this dude out enough that he'll let my friend go.
Yeah, the Undertaker lives the gimmick, dog. He doesn't know anything else. You know what I mean?
Then, how surprised were you, Andrew, that seemingly out of nowhere, Leslie Nielsen appears?
You know,
famed comedy icon Leslie Nielsen appears.
I didn't tell you my entire original prediction. My original prediction was that Undertaker was going to go on a revenge tour, and then eventually the bad guy from Surf Ninjas shows up.
Because of course.
What you guys don't know is I always have the weirdest references for like famous people. Like I know Leslie Nielsen as the villain from Surf Ninjas. I don't know him from Naked Gun or whatever bullshit he was in. I'm sure he was the Pink Panther at some point, right?
He was in Dracula Dead and Loving It. He was Mr. Magoo. Seems like you might know him as Mr. Magoo.
I don't know, but I watched Surf Ninjas about fucking 500 times when I was a kid. He was Money Can't Buy Knives at all.
He was Dick Steele / Agent WD-40 in the movie Spy Hard, 1996.
Listen,
and of course,
when you're this guy,
he's Colonel Chai from Surf Ninjas.
When you're Colonel Chai, listen, why are we talking about anything else? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Gets hit in the gonads a couple times.
I give you a lot of crap. I loved the movie Surf Ninjas when I was a kid. The Game Gear that could predict the future, but only like by 3 seconds, so it doesn't really help at all. I loved that shit.
They have to save the fictional land of Patusan.
Yeah, and he becomes president of Patusan while they sing Barbara Ann a bunch.
Big Barbara Ann guys.
Yeah.
Also, money can't buy knives.
So Leslie Nielsen shows up, and I will, I will assume that this is because Naked Gun 33 and a third, the final insult, came out in 1994.
That's what I was saying. Like, this had to have been some weird, but they don't mention the movie once. Like, I bet they probably like ran ads for the movie at the when But
yeah, well, it's also interesting because Leslie Nielsen is not known as the world's greatest detective. Frank Drebin, who he plays in Naked Gun, is a hard boiled detective who could get to the bottom of the case. But they don't call him Frank Drebin. They go out of their way to call him Leslie Nielsen and to say that they solicited him to put him on the case of the missing Undertaker.
Did they call him Leslie Nielsen? I don't remember that. I believe you, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's Leslie Nielsen the whole time.
I didn't remember them naming him.
They don't ever say Frank Drebin, which is very funny. But there's a bunch of vignettes that ran through the whole summer. And luckily, WWE, in their infinite wisdom, put them all together in a playlist so that we could see them.
You see this poster?
Yeah. Naked Gun's funny, dude.
He's literally shooting himself in the foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it? Do you get it? He's also, of course, famously an Airplane. Mostly all new jokes. The Naked Gun movies are funny.
There's our guy right there.
Yeah, there's
the juice.
Dude. Yeah. That's the only thing he did in 1994. Nothing else happened to the juice.
Oh, shit, that was the year. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet that's probably why they put Leslie on here because
they could PR. We definitely can't promote that OJ's in this movie. So Leslie Nielsen's trying to find the Undertaker, and he's also doing nice tie-ins with Domino's. He's like, before I get to the bottom of this, I got to get to the bottom of this hunger, and he orders a Domino's pizza, and the Undertaker delivers it. But wouldn't you believe it, Leslie Nielsen's looking for his wallet when the pizza comes.
Yeah, he never notices but I mean, why would the Undertaker, this is the thing, dude. Why does the Undertaker deliver that pizza? Why does the Undertaker deliver that pizza and never do anything else? He doesn't fuck him up or anything. And where's this pizza guy? What did the Undertaker do with the pizza guy?
He stole his soul to refill the urn, like you said. They just yada-yada'd the fact that he went on a murder spree, because that's not...
Undertaker applied for a job at Domino's because so he could shit on Leslie Nielsen in this vignette. Yeah. No, it'll be actually. I want this job. You'll get it eventually, but I just want to play an ominous prank on somebody.
I've got a long game in mind.
Yeah.
I love Leslie Nielsen, and I think the Naked Gun movies are funny. There's one good joke in this whole thing, which is whenever he actually gets to SummerSlam and he says that he's on the trail, he's on the Undertaker's trail, and then there's a bunch of pieces of paper that say the Undertaker's trail that are pointing the direction that he's walking. Like, that's the only good joke in any of this. And then he runs into his co-star from the Naked Gun, who is suddenly there and is like, "Oh, I'm on the case," and Les was like, "No, I'm on the case," and then he's like, "We're both on the case," and then they look down and they're standing on top of a case. That's Airplane shit for sure.
Yeah. You know, is it George Kennedy? Is that who it is?
George Kennedy, yeah. But all of that is in service.
2016 at 91.
Hey, we hats off. Unless he did something bad, hat back on.
How about the ultimate? I mean, the conclusion, which is,
we gotta
wait. The case is over. That's later.
We gotta wait, yeah, because they showed all the vignettes in order, but that vignette is after this match.
Okay.
That's what makes sense to me.
What? Oh,
yeah, because all the vignettes were in order. But the last vignette they did is after the match happens, or at least the only way that it makes any logical sense to me.
I thought the last vignette was at the arena.
Yeah, but that last one I think is after this match.
Oh, because it's not
It
like the match
closes.
ended and then the fucking arena disappeared. There's still people there, so they can still
Right.
do the okay.
They can still do the bit, and the
All
bit
right.
only makes sense if they do it after this, which I'm not saying is a guarantee that they did, but it's the only one that makes sense.
No, you're totally right. I just never considered that.
SummerSlam
By the way,
1994.
Jim Miller just fought and won in the UFC. He's guy's goddamn fucking 87 years old. He's had 900 fucking MMA fights. It just popped
Hell
up
yeah.
on my phone.
This is the tagline for this SummerSlam is "So hot it's scary," and this took place. This is the last
it's
SummerSlam.
so hot.
No, Paul. It's so hot it's scary. No, it's really goddamn hot.
No, have you seen the beads of sweat that are going down my brow and reaching my new Gucci suit? Don't ask how I got it.
Yeah, it's definitely not with money I stole from the Undertaker. No,
I shouldn't have said that.
This is the last SummerSlam that takes place on a Saturday. They used to do this pay-per-view Saturday nights.
Until SummerSlam is 2 nights.
Until SummerSlam is 2 nights, yes. This is from the United Center, which had just opened in Chicago, Illinois. 23,300 people. This had a buy rate, impossibly, of 300,000 people. Decided, I'm going to pluck down money. I got to see what happens between these two Undertakers.
I got to look at Jesus Christ.
There's something funny I want to reveal at the end, but you can look at the card if you want.
Would you like me to not look at the card? Is it better if I don't look at the card?
It is better if you don't look at the card.
Okay. I had not yet looked at the card, so.
So of course, $1 Million Man comes out wearing his $1 Million track pants. He's got the suit up top, but he's definitely wearing joggers for his pants. His Undertaker comes out first, and then Howard Finkel announces the return of the one and only Undertaker. But how does Howard Finkel know that? He's like, how does he even know? Because the whole thing is that they don't know if the real Undertaker is even going to show up to this shit, because that guy in the ring might be the actual Undertaker. So I guess Howard Finkel's taking Paul Bearer's word for it.
Well, Howard Finkel's just sick of this shit.
Yeah, it's like
I saw him backstage. Yeah. This is the real guy.
I've seen this dude with his hair flipped up. This entire episode is just great screen grabs of Paul Bearer's face.
Listen, I will beat that horse till it's undead, until its bones explode.
Until the bones are exploded. The Paul Bearer comes out. He's got the casket from the Royal Rumble, and then the Druids open the casket, and there's a bunch of more smoke, and then just a new big ass urn that Paul Bearer has for all the extra souls that it took to get the Undertaker back. And then he opens the urn, which is the opposite of what you would want to do based on this earlier storyline. But this new urn, apparently, they've got some kind of new soul capturing material to keep it in place.
Yeah, they've learned that if it's one weakness is if you open it. Sometimes you got to turn the weakness into a strength. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes a lot of sense. He does that, and then nothing really happens. There's some movie sound effects, and then they're like, "Do we just play the song again?" Yeah, all right, play the song again. See if he comes out, and then boom, real ass Undertaker. At that moment, do you think the fake Undertaker's like, fuck, I really hoped he wouldn't show up.
I'm mad.
Oh man, my ruse is exposed. I'll tell you one thing, Ted. I don't know a lot, but I do know this. The jig is up, my man.
Yeah.
Our jig.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I didn't think he'd show up. There's no way I can beat the real Undertaker. Yeah. Can I go home?
That's the real Undertaker comes out. He lifts up the lights, and now he has purple gloves. That is how you tell the difference. The new one, he's like, I have new gloves, and they are purple, and I like it. So
you're never gonna beat purple gloves Undertaker.
No. The purple Undertaker hits a leapfrog early in this match, which means like while he was gone, he must have changed training camps. He learned some new stuff. He saw fake Undertaker do a drop toe hold, knew he had to up his game.
He got a bacchiotomy. That's what really took him over the top. One of my favorite parts before they start wrestling is Jerry the King Lawler. They show the real Undertaker, and Jerry Lawler goes, "That's the ugly one there."
Yeah, yeah, that's
completely showing his hand that he knows that that's actually Mark Calloway.
Yeah, they keep they trade Undertaker spots. The fake Undertaker does a sit up. Then the fake Undertaker tries to do a rope walk, but he's a sack of shit, so he can't really do it. And then the real Undertaker hits the rope walk. The fake Undertaker also fucks up a stun gun. He needs to take lessons from Dr. Death Steve Williams, Starrcade 92, on how to stun gun somebody.
And nobody stun guns like Dr. Death. Yeah, I mean, fake Undertaker slowly realizing that he's just a dude named Brian.
He's been had.
But he still gets. I mean, he gets to my liking a little bit too much offense off on this match. But was this the main event of this match?
This was the main event of this show.
This show.
Yeah,
you can't have a squash, I guess. So like you got to do some stuff. But
Vince points out the silence of the crowd, and he's trying to sell that as a feature, not a bug, of like people are astonished there's two Undertakers. They can't wrap their minds around it.
Yeah, a noticeably flaccid crowd for this entire match. Because I mean, I know they did the purple gloves thing, but not everybody noticed the purple gloves. Like they probably don't know who they're rooting for. It's a weird thing watching the Undertaker wrestle some bullshit Undertaker. The ones that can tell them apart know which one's about to win this match. Like you can't have you're just burying the Undertaker. Some fake ass Undertaker comes in and beats him,
Yeah. Well, and like you said, there's probably a element of the audience that might have thought that Brian Lee was the actual Undertaker, because it's a pretty good approximation. And so
it's pretty good.
Now you're like, oh, there's two of them, but it's like whenever you and your friend picked the same guy to fight in Mortal Kombat, you're both Sub-Zero, so you're just doing the same moveset to each other. Yeah, you're just trying to hit each other with the ice thing over and over again. Yeah. It's not as fun as you think it would be.
When the ice hits the ice, it doesn't work well.
It doesn't do anything. Like, one of you is going to have to be Scorpion for it to be any fun. Fake Undertaker does tombstone the real Undertaker, but of course that tombstone has less power, so the real Undertaker sits up. I started in my in my notes putting FU and RU so I didn't have to type out real Undertaker and fake Undertaker every time. So
Fu and Ru.
Yeah, so I have a sentence that says Fu goes for another tombstone, but Ru reverses it into a jumping tombstone, which was fucking sick. A little like he killed Brian Lee. The other way that you know that which one's the real Undertaker is only one of them knows how to do the tombstone to the hard cam. Real Undertaker's getting that tombstone on the hard camera.
He got a little bit off center to like off his center of gravity when he was flipping him to the hard cam and almost fell, and that would have been hilarious. But he caught himself pretty well.
Two more tombstones, and that's it for the fake Undertaker. Real ass Undertaker reveals his face as well, so you know it's him, and picks up the win. 8 minutes and 57 seconds for our main event of SummerSlam, and this got -1 star in the Wrestling Observer.
It was not a good match.
No,
it was not a good match at all.
After the match, the Druids come back and they throw the fake ass Undertaker into the casket and take him away. And then the Undertaker and his new urn that can be opened with impunity celebrate in the ring together. After this, the fake Undertaker was supposed to stick around. Apparently there were plans originally, but because this match was so ill received, I believe is the reason they did not bring him back. So
were they going to do more with him as the fake Undertaker, or were they going to let him just be Brian Lee or something else?
I assume there was another fake Undertaker match in the cards. Maybe. I mean, he got buried pretty hard here, so I don't know. But they go back to Yokozuna and Undertaker in another casket match at Survivor Series, which Undertaker wins.
It's a good
You
idea
know.
to not do the second fake Undertaker match, but it like Brian Lee did a pretty good job until he had to actually wrestle the Undertaker. Then he's kind of fucked. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
somebody trying to like be, you know what I mean? Like you're never
Yeah.
going to be the guy, and then the guy who's actually the guy is going to inherently look way better than you at being. It's like a Michael Jackson impersonator being on stage
Right.
with Michael Jackson. You're gonna be like, that guy
Yeah.
fucking sucks. But if you see him at the mall, you're like, God damn,
Yeah.
if I could, that might be Michael Jackson, you know?
Oh fuck, his moonwalk does look shitty.
Yeah,
I didn't realize until I saw
that's
the real thing.
disappointing. So yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Brian Lee did his job in this whole thing.
Well, what you could do is you could have Brian Lee come out and say like, "Hey, I was hired by Ted DiBiase. He tricked me to be the fake Undertaker. Undertaker beat me, but he beat me because I was trying to be him. He hasn't had to face the real me." And then you could build him back up and maybe do a rematch, at some point. Like
You could totally do that,
repackage
or
him for sure.
You
Or
could do
just
that, or you
repackage him
could
and bring him back.
make him the fucking Undertaker's henchman now, or something like that.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like the Kane before Kane, but
Yeah.
like, not you couldn't do the brother thing, but like I'm a very similar guy to you in terms of like but
Turns out me and you aren't so different after all.
yeah.
So the thing I wanted to point out here, the reason why I didn't have you look at the card originally, is this main event follows the 5-star steel cage match between Brett and Owen Hart at SummerSlam 1994.
One of my favorite matches of all time.
That went 32 minutes and 17 seconds. Now, The Undertaker has always said, like, they fucked us on the main event because we didn't have enough time. Our time got cut because Brett went long. No, Bret Hart did you a favor, even if you didn't know it was one. Because if this match goes 7 more minutes, it doesn't get any better.
If this match goes 1 more minute, I'm turning it off. We saw what we needed to see. Like that, like you said, that was a blessing that match didn't go any longer. And it's not the Undertaker's fault. It's just it was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah. So, and one of the rare 1990s 5-star matches for the WWE. Like, I don't even know when the previous one was handed out to them, or they wouldn't get another one until 97.
Well, yeah, if you look at the match times for this event, 7 minutes 20 seconds, 8 minutes 10 seconds, 15 minutes 3 seconds. That's a triple threat match, or no, that's a singles match. That's Razor Ramon versus Diesel for the Intercontinental Championship. 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Tonka beating Lex Luger. 5 minutes 45 seconds. 32 minutes 22 seconds, and 8 minutes 57 seconds. So like. They went longer than any 3 other matches combined in this match in this thing, and it was a hell of a match. So
yeah,
worth the cost of admission.
That cage match is like considered maybe the best cage match in the history of the Big Blue Cage.
It's definitely my
WWF.
favorite that I've ever seen.
Yeah, so for them to be like, man, they really messed it up by having the best match in the history of the company is kind of wild.
Yeah, a couple more minutes, we would have taken that from a -1 to at least a 3.5. No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah. This is only the second WWF 5. That is only the second WWF 5-star match awarded as of 1994, and the other one took place earlier in 1994. So
what was that?
That was Shawn versus Razor at WrestleMania in the ladder match.
I was going to ask if that was the ladder match. That's also an amazing match. Okay.
That is also an amazing match, yeah. But Dave Meltzer, pretty stingy on those star ratings. Also, I'd like to point out again, Starrcade 92, the Lethal Lottery, better star ratings than SummerSlam 94. But I would rather watch SummerSlam 94, even with The Undertaker versus The Undertaker, for per average.
Just, I guess, yeah, I can see that. For sure.
So the end of this is they rematch Undertaker and Yokozuna at the Survivor Series in 1994, not for the title because Yokozuna has dropped the belt to Brett earlier in the year. So, and Undertaker wins that match with the help of Chuck Norris, who is the special enforcer, and kicks Double J, who does an incredible sell job on the spin kick from Chuck Norris.
Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I'm looking for the book you got me.
It's my thought that this storyline is kind of inspired by the death of Superman. I don't know if I've never seen anything where somebody has said that, but it's like in the death of Superman, he comes up against an unstoppable villain, he gets killed, and then he comes back and he has a new color scheme. And so now the Undertaker wears purple gloves, and he's Purple Glove Undertaker for a while.
Does he fight Superman?
No, he does. He does not fight a Superman, but in Superman's absence, a whole cadre of like Superman knockoffs show up, but then they kind of become like his team.
Yeah,
you know, but just like the idea of your super hero or like your unbeatable guy dies, you know, his bones explode, and then he comes back and he's got a whole new suit that he's that denotes that he's returned. So,
well, I was thinking about Superman when the urn came out, when the urn opened and he was getting weaker and weaker. It was like when Superman's fighting and there's kryptonite near him, slowly losing his powers.
Just kind of by his body.
Yeah.
All right, so I looked up the pop culture stuff for SummerSlam '94, which is the end of August. So August 28th, the box office game. I think we've got 3, possibly 4 movies that you have seen.
Out of how many? 10?
Out of 10.
Okay.
So
do we have a Dumb and Dumber?
We don't. We do have Jim Carrey.
Isn't Dumb and Dumber 95? I think it's
no. It's also 94, but it's in December.
Oh, okay, yeah. There you
go.
So
it goes Ace Ventura, the movie we're talking about, Dumb and Dumber, all in one year. So
okay.
Number 1 at the box office, Natural Born Killers.
I've at least seen most of that movie. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing, but I will count that, I think.
We'll count that. Number 2, of course, Forrest Gump. He runs, braces on his legs.
Charm pants off Nixon, though.
Number 3 is Clear.
The doctor said it was a $1 million wound.
I'm on a Dr. Pepper. Number 3 is Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford. A movie I do not believe you have seen.
No. My dad's definitely seen it, but I haven't seen it.
Number 4 at the box office, Jim Carrey vehicle. You could have played this character. Also about a man who is reimagined, comes back reinvigorated, has a change.
Is that Liar Liar? The Mask?
We're talking about The Mask, dude.
My name is Cuban Pete.
he's always around, dude. Cuban Pete.
God damn, Cameron Diaz was hot in that movie, man. Oh, bloody, she was hot in that. She married a fucking Madden brother. She married one of the fucking Good Charlotte guys. I should have stayed in music.
It's the lifestyles of the rich and famous, man.
Listen. I like some of those songs.
Yeah, the anthem,
bangers.
Whatever, the anthem
hell
part 2.
And they're the reason I saw Goldfinger live for the first time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we're running through Karina. You've never seen that. Color of Night. You've never seen that.
No.
True Lies. I don't know.
No.
No. All right.
I don't think I've seen that one. Who's in that one?
That's Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, directed by James Cameron. Big ass action movie.
No. I've not seen that one.
Number 8, another big ass hit where someone's throne is taken from them, and they have to return and take it back. But this time, it's a little lion.
Is this the Lion King?
The Lion King, baby. It's a circle of life.
One time I was like kind of seeing this girl and she wanted to come over. And I don't think I was picking up what she was putting down because she said she wanted to watch a movie.
Yeah.
And we just watched The Lion King.
This is a good ass movie.
Yeah, dude. I was very stupid of me. But
now you have some worries, dude.
Every time somebody talks about every time somebody talks about The Lion King, I think about that. Just a fumbled bag.
Yeah. It takes you right back. Here's one that was big at my house. I don't know if this made it over to the Idell household. Camp Nowhere with Christopher Lloyd, where the kids run a camp. They make a fake camp where they can do whatever they want. And
okay,
Christopher Lloyd
this is one that there's a chance I've seen, and the cover looks very, very familiar. But I think since I gave myself Natural Born Killers,
You're gonna take out
I'm
Camp
not
Nowhere.
gonna give myself Camp Nowhere.
Yeah. Number 10 is The Client, John Grisham. Pretty good movie.
I've not seen that.
1994 on the album charts. That was quite a year.
94 is big year.
Ill Communication by the Beastie Boys, Purple by the Stone Temple Pilots,
Hell yeah.
the Verses from Pearl Jam. The number one album of the year is The Sign by Ace of Base. I Saw the Sign by Ace of Base crushed 94. But in the as we would have it for the week of SummerSlam, we are looking at the Lion King soundtrack, which is dominating everybody. So from July 16th to September 10th, you couldn't get an edgewise on the Lion King for the number one soundtrack.
What was it? There was a soundtrack that like beat out an iconic album. Fuck, I saw it the other day. It was hilarious. It was just in the 90s. We were so weird, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
It wasn't even. It was 2000 because I think isn't that when "Oh Brother Where Art Thou" came out?
Yes, it won album of the year.
It won album of the year.
Yeah.
I got to see what else came out in 2000, but we'll talk about that.
So 94, just to run down some of the other hits here. We've got Doggy Style by Snoop, Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains, The Super Unknown by Soundgarden, The Division Bell by Pink Floyd, Not a Moment Too Soon by Tim McGraw, album that I'm sure your brother Jacob owned, The Crow original motion picture soundtrack.
Dude, my brother fucking had a shrine to that album. Dookie came out in 94.
Dookie came out in 94, never number one, but it was the Nirvana Unplugged in New York came out in November of that year. Vitology by Pearl Jam came out at the end of the year. Yeah, this is that's a big year. The funniest thing to me was like, I like to imagine the Undertaker in a coma during the time that he was out, and then he learns about the OJ trial in August after things have already happened, after the Bronco chase and all that shit. It's like, so what happened? Paul Bear's catching him up on all the pop culture. Like,
yeah.
What happened at the Olympics? Did that Nancy Kerrigan girl end up winning the gold? No. What?
She what?
Yeah, silver.
I was looking for. I was sure Tupac released something in '94, but he released "Strictly for My N-Words" in 1993.
Yeah. The Murder Was the Case soundtrack came out in '94 also. It was a pretty big year for Snoop Dogg.
I mean, Doggy Style is one of the best fucking albums of all time.
Yeah.
That Tupac album had a few bangers on it, but it was 1993. So.
Oh shit! Hold on. Far Beyond Driven by Pantera came out in 1994. What's on this one? 5 Minutes Alone. Nope, doesn't have Walk on it. That was the one I was looking for.
No Walk.
I wanted it to be Walk. I really did. All right, that's it for The Undertaker versus The Undertaker. His bones were reassembled and he was brought back. Good for him. We appreciate everybody who listens. We appreciate everybody who stuck with us. 50 episodes. What a milestone.
50,
thank you,
bro.
50, F50, aka Ferrari. This is our Ferrari episode. I can't say enough for the people who have left feedback, for the people who have reached out to us, said they enjoy the show, all of that. We appreciate all of you. And we'll be back again next week. It might be a Starcade 97 week. We'll see where we end up. But thank you for 50. We appreciate it. And as always, the bones are their money. Don't explode your bones.
You know what? Thank you. Happy 50.